All right. Good day, everyone. Um, it's been a while, so I just had to take a little bit break due to some things I'm doing. So, what is happy to be? I'm happy to be back, and today um, I want to be analyzing some things that really baffles me a little bit. Not a little bit, like it's actually a really an important issue. And this issue actually revolves around, you know, politics, and most especially why some countries are really extremely poor, and some are really extremely rich, and there are some countries you would consider like in between. There are some categories made. Um, the level one, two, three, and I think four. So these categories, countries do fall into these categories. So the level, I think the level one. I'm not really sure. I can't be categorically sure of that. Actually, that aspect, but I just wanted to use that as a yardstick to support um, my research. And my research today will be revolving around how and why, and our rationality. Not pretty much going to be based on empirical evidences, or perhaps things we can, but based on what we can see and how things are being done, we can actually deduce ourselves why things are just the way they are. But today, I'm going to be using, I think, Africa, for instance. I'm going to be using Africa as my subject, and from this, I can actually um, I can actually view all the aspect, or the reason. We can actually dissect this and see from the spectrum how things really got really bad for most countries. So I will start from the beginning, from the time of colonialism, or the time of slavery. So pretty much, um, pretty much the the slavery thing, we have to understand what slavery means. From the etymology of what slavery means, I think it was deduced from the word Slav, basically the Slav people. So, or let me just use the word slave in itself. Slave. So, a slave, a person who is the legal property of another and is forced to obey them. Okay, that is the basic meaning, or basic concept of it. But etymology, let me see if I can explore the etymology of slavery. So, Middle English, shortening of Old French esclave, equivalent of medieval Latin sclava, feminine. Okay, Slavonic captive. The Slavonic peoples had been reduced to servile states by conquest in the ninth century. So I know Google can't be so much reliable, because this is not um, Google actually take things from people. So um, I would say, but due to our research, we can actually deduce from it to construct what we actually want. So we could see from the meaning, from what it means, is that people of these Slavic descendants, they will be subjected to an imminent work, and they will be owned by some people from the original definition we had. So we can see that they will be used as a source of you know, a capitalism or source of work in order not to pay. So this slave will be subjected to rigorous work for as long as they are alive. They keep working. From this is the basic concept of slavery, because you are owned and you will be subservient to your master, and pretty much you will do everything and anything your master requires of you. Now, so who are the masters? Let's see from the definition. Master meaning, okay, master from this aspect, the first one, let's see a man who has a people working for him, especially servants or slaves. Wow, perfect. So you can see who a master is from this point of view. So why would master own a slave? Basically, is to enrich himself, to make more money, whatever the slaves are positioned to work, factory, farm, a cotton farm, or whatever the production is. They got slaves to work, and they get goods from this from the works, and they can be able to sell whatever farm produce or goods being produced by slaves. So they get money to enrich themselves and probably feed the slaves, because they need the slave to stay alive so they can get more money. And the more slaves they get, the more work they do, and the more money. So that in itself actually says a little bit about what capitalism actually means. But before we go into capitalism, let's check, because I said I was going to use Africa as a yardstick. Okay, slavery. Now, pretty much everyone was subjected to this, most especially countries who are defenseless. They are much more exploited compared to the countries who are mostly offensive in their approach to other countries. So slavery in historical Africa was practiced in many different forms: debts, slavery, enslavement of war captives, military slavery, slavery for prostitutions, and you know, the list goes on. So I'd say that up till date, because that is the main thing I really want to, because I wouldn't go deeply into this topic of slavery. But what is essential in this is to be able to deduce why countries, majorly in Africa, are still in the state of, you know, dire needs of help and fund and infrastructures, is due to the fact of their reliability on the um, on the global north, which is predominantly the Western countries. So, from this perspective, we can see that initially slaves were not allowed to read or write in United States. Now, when they were taken to the United States and the Americas, when they were captured from Africa and brought down there. Now, what I really wanted to bring out of this is that they often claim that Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, are pretty much barred from, barricaded due to the Sahara, and this is the reason why there was no transfer of knowledge or science or things like that into the society. That's pretty much a big lie, because if you can come to a country with, boats, planes, and all stuff to, ships to exploit the resources, how come you couldn't give them? Because how come you couldn't transfer knowledge or science, or, for them to be self-sufficient or independent? But they often want to claim this rhetorics that this is the reason why Africa is disconnected from the rest of the world. That's a very big lie. If you check let's check the map of the world. Map of the world. Now, looking from this map, now, okay, but this is Africa right here. Now, okay, this is not very clear. Okay, let me use this. Okay, this is Africa right here. To the east of Africa, we can see we're very close to the South Americans, and to be fair, if we look at this hemisphere, like from here up, like this, we could see on the same line, here, let's say um, from Cape Verde, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Mauritania, Morocco, this line upward, this is Iceland, United Kingdom. And to the west of this place, this is to the west, to the west of this place. Now we can see Brazil, up north, United States, Canada. Now on the same line. Now where's the desert? The desert are somewhere around here. These are the desert sides: Mali, Niger, Chad, and blah blah blah. They go. Now, they said this is the reason why Africa is being sub-Saharan Africa is being bad. But that's not necessarily true, because if you see from this place, this is Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, and from here you can see like there is a very they are very close within their borders. You can go up north to the North African countries, And still, I'm not sure the level of desert here, but I can tell, like, from this aspect, Eritrea, this coast could actually lead to Egypt, and that tells you, like, there is connection. There are connections. And if you look to the West Africa, you can see as well that there are countries like Nigeria, we have Togo, Ghana around here. We have, okay, what I was pretty much trying to explain is that those words are not actually true, but they did that on purpose to barricade Africa from moving forward. Like, initially, slaves in United States were not allowed to read or write. If you're reading, if you're caught being able to read, you'll be killed or executed. Now, if they wouldn't let you read at that time, do you think they would allow you to explore science and technology or how to advancement? No, they keep this secret knowledges within themselves, just for themselves. Even when they tried to pass it on to in China some times ago, it was an agreement between them to do so. So this is pretty much what we will be talking about this time. In subsequent video, we will explore more about this. And thank you. Um, See you next time. Bye.